What's up, guys? Jeff here. Today we're talking about friction. Friction in our lives, friction with our actions, friction with our decisions. Now, we all have our favorite pair of jeans, right? I'm sure you do. I have a few pair of jeans, actually. I've bought a few pair of jeans that I absolutely love. The problem with these jeans, though, is when I wear them, they look great. Like, they look great on a rack. But I have three pairs specifically. I have a pair of pants that I absolutely love. But for some reason, they just don't fit quite right. So I get extreme amounts of friction while wearing them. And this friction happens between my thighs. So I get chafing on my thighs, right? And with these pairs of pants, I could probably wear them for about an hour before they're so unbearable, okay? Then I have another pair of pants that's, okay, they look good, but they're not as favorite as the other pair, but they still cause friction. I can get away with wearing them for about 4 to 6 hours before I really start being bothered in my legs, right? And then I've got another pair of pants that causes absolutely no friction at all. I can wear them all day long. I can wear them for 2 weeks nonstop. They feel great. I love them, right? Well, our lives are much the same. We have what is considered friction in our actions, our thoughts, our behaviors. And just like the pair of pants, we might love the pair of pants, but we can't fucking wear them because it's so goddamn uncomfortable, right? Think about that. But if you had a pair of pants, you wouldn't wear them, right? You would be like, okay, I can't wear these. These are just too fucking uncomfortable. I'm gonna put them in my closet, call it a loss. Hopefully I can fit into them in like 6 months when I have less thigh size or whatever. In my case, my thighs are smaller. I can fit back into these. My thighs don't grind and have friction, and they don't chafe in 2 hours. Hopefully this happens, right? With pants, it happens. But in life, you just deal with it. You're like, oh, fuck it, this is part of life. Let me just keep chafing the shit out of myself. The truth is, it doesn't have to be like that. And really, the reason you can't get where you want to go is because the fucking friction of the pants that you don't want to take off, okay? So we sit in this same fucking problem, right? The problem is the environments that we're in, the situations that we have to deal with. All these things are the pairs of fucking pants that we cannot fucking wear without chafing the shit out of ourselves, okay? So you have two options. Get the fuck out the pants and put a new pair of pants on. Figure out how to reduce the friction, or suck it the fuck up and keep dealing with it and be uncomfortable as fuck until your legs chafe the shit out, right? Those are pretty severe, drastic differences, right? Well, the truth is, if you understand why you have friction, you can figure out how to solve the problem of the friction. And the goal is to reduce the friction in our lives that allow us to do more of the things that get us what we want, okay? So for instance, a lot of us have friction with getting to the gym. A lot of us have friction when it comes to meal planning. A lot of us have friction when it comes to staying motivated. A lot of us have friction when it comes to doing the simple work such as journaling or logging, right? All of these things have friction, okay? Now, in these cases, it's not getting rid of the action, okay? We don't want to get rid of these pants in this case. The pants are not the problem. The problem is that you're wearing the pants the wrong position, right? Like if you wore the pants at the right level, they fit perfect. Okay, I know you guys have this problem too. You wear your pants at the right level, like right at hips, and they fit like a glove. Like if you were on trial for the O.J. Simpson trial, they would have convicted you because they fit that good. Okay, but on the other side, you let them sag just a little bit, and all of a sudden they're just wearing out and rubbing all kinds of funny. Okay, well, for your problems and the frictions that you have, it's just like the saggy pants. All we have to do is pull the pants up a little bit, get them to fit a little bit better, and then they work. But the problem is we can't see where the friction is lying. So our goal here is to figure out where in our lives we have friction happening. Where in our lives are our pants just slightly baggy and we got to pull them up a little bit? Or where in our life do we have friction that is a pair of pants that does not serve the goal and chafes the shit out of us in 2 minutes, right? Where do we have them? We all have them. So let me give you some examples again. If we have the individual that, they have the friction when it comes to getting to the gym. Usually the friction happens because, commuting, driving, parking, friction of not planning or putting it in their agenda. Okay, so let's go with the latter. So we have friction because we didn't put it in our calendar. Now we have people asking us what we want to do today, or if we want to hang out, we want to go to a bar. We have friction because now we're split between two decisions: the decision of going to the gym or the decision of going out. Now we realize that going out will be fun. Okay, going out and hanging out with our friends will be fun. It's a social activity, and that's what we crave. We crave environments where we have friends. That's one of the reasons why we built Grit the way we did. But on that point, if you go out with your friend, you're going to create friction. And that friction is friction because you're not doing the activity that's going to get you what you want, which is improved fitness and performance and weight loss and all that good stuff. And it's also going to give you friction because now you've sagged your pants just a little too low, and the extra additional downsides of going out with your friends means that you're probably going to eat a little bit more than you probably should. You're probably going to eat the wrong things, or more of the wrong things than you should. You're probably going to have more to drink than you really plan or say you're going to, and you're probably going to stay later than you normally would, right? So all of these things create more friction points. And now we're wondering why it's so hard to accomplish the thing that we want. But it's simple in reality. And it's simple because we know what is causing the friction, and now it's time to figure out how to get rid of the friction, okay? So we don't want to get rid of the pants in this case. We like the pants and we like what we're doing with the pants, but we want to figure out how to reduce the friction. So we might still go down the same path, or you do something along the lines of pulling up your pants, which is going to the gym and doing the specific actions that you need and committing to it, right? So one of the things I usually recommend is putting it on the calendar. If you're an afternoon person especially, this is key for you. If you're an afternoon training client, your goal should be to put on your calendar every day that you're going to come in every month, because then what it does is it time blocks you and gives you a committed schedule of attendance, okay? But for instance, we pull up our pants by committing. We pull up our pants by going to the gym. We pull up our pants by telling ourselves we're going to go after we do the work, right? You can continue to wear the pants that chafe the shit out of you and be pissed off that they're doing that, or you can pull the damn things up, stop the chafing from happening, and fucking have less friction. So, keys here, guys. The 3 things I want you to think about. Takeaway 1, where in life do you have friction? What is causing the friction for you to have? Okay, where do you have friction that causes friction for you and your goals? Okay, where do you have friction in your life? Where are main areas of friction? 2, what are a few, 3 or more ways that you can reduce the friction in these areas? Okay, so 1 is, where are you having the most friction? 2, where can you reduce this friction by using 3 or 4 different ideas, or what 3 or 4 ideas do you have to reduce this friction? And 3, how much better would you feel if you didn't fucking chafe, right? How much better would you feel if you didn't have friction? So, again, those 3 things, guys, I want you to ask yourself is, where do I find the most friction in my life? What actions or situations do I have the most friction? 2, what are a couple things that I can do to reduce that friction? And 3, how would I feel if I got to enjoy my life without friction and chafing, right? I think I should make an ad for that. But those are the 3 questions, guys. The 3 main takeaways is that we're constantly fighting our own friction. It's really a simple solution. We just need to observe where we have friction points, figure out how to reduce those friction points, and then realize the feeling of not having them at all. So that's it, guys. Hopefully this makes a lot of sense to you. Hopefully you got some good knowledge out of it and you have something to implement and take away from it. Hopefully you can reduce friction right away and stop wearing chafed pants, because I know it sucks like hell. So get out those pants that are chafing the shit out of you, figure out how to reduce that chafing and friction, and figure out how to, enjoy the process more while wearing the pants that you love that get you what you want. And that would be like the butt that you like, right? So that's it, guys. Reduce the friction, have fun, take action. That's the only way you get results.